Have you ever wondered how companies like Netflix or Spotify can bill millions of us every single month without a hitch? Well, today, we're going under the hood. We're going to look at the incredible automated engine that powers this whole subscription economy. It's the invisible machine that makes everything feel so easy.
Yeah, from your streaming service to your cloud software, it all just works, right? But behind that simple Pay Now button is this incredibly powerful automated process. So let's dive in and really explore the machinery that makes all this possible at a massive, massive scale.
You see, the way we buy things has completely changed. We're not just buying products one-off anymore. It's all about building these ongoing relationships through subscriptions.
And this isn't some small trend, it is a seismic shift. But with that shift comes a huge challenge for businesses. How in the world do you manage millions of different reoccurring bills accurately, automatically, and without messing up?
I mean, just think about your own life for a second. Your software subscriptions, your phone bill, your electricity, your favorite streaming platform. Every single one of these relies on a super sophisticated system to handle all those complex, repeating charges month after month. So how do companies actually solve this puzzle? Well, they use a really powerful idea called a billing plan.
The best way to think about a billing plan is like a smart, self-executing contract for every single customer. It's basically a list of rules that tells the system exactly what to charge, when to charge it, and for how long. It's the brain of the operation, making sure no revenue ever gets missed.
Now, before a single dollar is ever billed, you have to lay the groundwork. You basically build the rule book. You define the types of plans you'll offer, say a multi-year subscription. Then you define the individual charges that can go in them, like a setup fee or a monthly fee. And finally, you link them together. This setup is the foundation that makes all the automation possible.
All right, now for the fun part. Let's actually see this blueprint in action with a real example.
So companies have two main ways to kick off the billing. They can use a precision tool for one-off cases, maybe a special request or a quick fix, but 99% of the time, they use the industrial engine to process thousands or even millions of plans all at once. And don't worry about those technical codes on the screen, they're just the system names for these two functions.
Okay, here's where the magic really happens. On January 1st, the system looks at that billing plan we set up, and bam! It automatically spits out 3 separate charges. You've got the one-time setup fee, the first monthly subscription, and the annual maintenance fee. All of this with zero human intervention.
And the most crucial part, this total is calculated instantly and perfectly, all based on the rules we put into that blueprint. The system did all the heavy lifting. Now watch what happens next month. Let's fast forward to February. The system is smart. It knows the one-time setup fee and the annual maintenance were already taken care of. So it only generates the one thing it's supposed to, the recurring monthly subscription charge. Simple as that.
And this is where you see the real genius of the whole thing. The system is already thinking about next year. It's automatically scheduled the next annual maintenance fee to go out with January's regular subscription. This is literally revenue generation on complete autopilot.
So the system has created all these charges, which is great, but they're just data sitting in a database, right? How do they turn into an actual invoice that a customer sees and pays?
Well, each of those individual line items we saw gets captured as something called a billable item, or a BIT for short. Think of a BIT as the fundamental building block, the atom of this entire process. It's a single, validated charge that is officially ready to be put on a bill.
And from there, it's like an assembly line. First, the bits are created. Then the billing process comes along like a magnet, grabbing all the right bits for a customer. It bundles them into a structured billing document, which then gets handed off to the invoicing process to create that final polished invoice that lands in your inbox.
Okay, so you might be thinking, that's a neat process, but why is this such a big deal? Why do companies invest so much in getting this right? Well, the strategic payoff is absolutely massive.
I mean, we're talking about game-changing advantages here. It's not just about being fast. It's about eliminating costly manual errors which can save millions. It's about giving the finance department a perfect, clean audit trail. And, most importantly, it's about being able to scale your business to millions of customers without having to hire an army of billing clerks to keep up.
And these systems are incredibly powerful. They can handle any billing cycle you can think of, yearly, quarterly, monthly, you name it. Every single thing that happens is logged, so you have a complete history. And if a mistake is ever made, there are built-in tools to easily reverse the charges, fix the plan, and rerun the whole thing cleanly. It's a fantastic safety net.
So, That brings us to one last thought to leave you with. We've just seen the incredible power of creating an automated financial blueprint for billing. As subscriptions continue to take over literally every industry, what other complex business processes out there are just waiting for their own intelligent, automated blueprint?